Hey, did it work? Look at
Hey,
that. My wife
there you
set me up
go.
good.
Yeah, heck yeah.
What's up, T-Mill?
Not much. How are you?
I'm getting old, as you can see.
Yeah, you still look good, man.
Yeah. Oh,
You,
okay.
you might have aged a few years, but not many.
Yeah. About what? Let me see. 2020. 12 since you graduated.
Yeah.
That's a
Yep.
long time. Holy cow.
That's all right. You're looking good, man. Glad,
Yeah,
glad,
I need a
glad.
haircut.
We all. Well, I did my own the other day, but you don't want to see what's under this hat.
Nah.
It's not
No.
good. But
No. You gonna do
well,
your intro tonight?
yeah. I'll do my intro. I'll do everything. We'll kick it off, and we'll get started.
All
So,
right.
all right, welcome in. My name is Tyler Milbert. I'm here with Coach Wiley Billings, and this is Inside the Mind of a Coach. All right, Wiley.
I
So,
bet people are laughing right now.
hey, yeah, I'll tell you what. I've had the most messages and the most friend requests since I told everyone I was interviewing you. So, honestly, that just shows how much you're loved, man. Because I'm doing these kids, and like some of their friends will join here and there, but then I said I'm doing Wiley Billings, and people are messaging me. I need to join. I need to join, and then like I'm getting friend requests from, like I put out a post today. Like if you've ever played for him, worked with him, whatever, follow me or follow him, and you'll be able to see this. And I was just
Yeah.
getting
Well,
bombarded with requests. So you're
I
definitely a
think
loved man.
think from my company, my paint company, and you. Obviously, I had you work for us for a while.
Yeah.
I had you work for some, but I think I've gotten 9 kids that I've coached to either work for our company or work for me during the summer
Yeah.
during painting. So
Yeah.
I'm pretty
And
proud of that.
yeah,
Um,
absolutely.
Quite a few, a lot of them, a lot of kids, a lot of
Yeah.
kids.
And that's what I liked about you having you as a coach. You're just a person in my life, and seeing it throughout the years. Like I see you have mentored Matt Sear, and he worked
Yeah.
for you. He coached alongside you, so it's just cool to see it continue going throughout all
Well,
these
yeah.
years. So,
I had Matt. I also had Coach Starr
hmm
worked under me,
right,
and then last year I had Sarah Shot from the girl on the girls side.
okay, yep,
That came and coached
all
with
right,
me. That was the third one. Who else? I don't think I've gotten anybody else into coaching. I tried last year, but
right,
they weren't available. Oh no, Liz Martell too. I got
oh,
her into
okay,
coaching. Yeah, she
okay,
coached with me one year.
yeah,
Yeah. Oh,
yeah. Like that just it shows a lot about you just as a person because you want to continue not the Billings legacy, but just the coaching legacy of Wiley Billings and instill it in these young brains as they're coming up. Like, hey, this is how I coach. This is how I succeeded coaching. So if you wanna win, follow my roots. So,
I've
but
had some winning seasons. I've had some losing seasons.
yeah, well, it
Depends
all
on what.
depends. Right,
Depends on what whether that team believes and you know buys into what you're doing. You
right.
know
Oh yeah.
that's why that's why this recent swing I've been on at the middle school at Jaffrey and with the softball team has been really good. I love coaching over at Conant.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie, it's been good for me. I think
Yeah.
this is year number 6.
Well,
So
okay.
you know,
Is that with the middle school and the softball team?
yeah, the middle
Okay.
school and softball. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So I'll kick this off with speaking of softball and Conant. Like I said yesterday, we had I had seen your Facebook status that was bummed about the season that was canceled, and it showed that you had the 2 senior girls. And I know we spoke briefly on it yesterday, but let's go over that again, and let's talk about your 2 seniors.
Linnea and Silas. Come on in, Ma. I'll let my dog in the house.
That's fine.
Let's go into the kitchen now. Manny and Silas. I both captains this year. The only 2 captains I had this year, and I knew when I first saw Manea as a freshman, Tommy Lambert was the coach at the time. I told him that was his golden goose. I said, I think if she's a bulldog on the mound, and I told her, I said, that girl's going to bring you to a state title. And I thought this year we actually had a good chance of making the Final Four. Whether a break here or there, you might get to the finals. But I thought we had the team to definitely make the Final Four. With our senior leadership, we have a ton of sophomores to go along with those two seniors. We didn't have any juniors and one lone freshman. So, but the sophomore group is really talented. They got a lot of talented girls in there. And if they continue to work, we're going to have a freshman on the mound next year. But you never can tell what's going to happen. But Manea was working out really hard on a new pitch, rise ball. It was coming along. I liked her whole attitude, because usually she was really quiet, but this year she was more energetic, more outspoken about things that needed to be done. Wanted to get into fundraisers, getting on the team chat, getting the girls to come to the workouts prior to this whole COVID thing starting, and she was definitely fired up. She was throwing the ball 2-3 miles an hour harder than she was last year, which was very impressive. I think she was really into it and ready to go. Yeah. Silas is the same thing. I knew in 8th grade Silas was going to be special. I still keep telling Silas, instead of playing basketball at Norwich, she should play softball. I've even contacted the coach. She's just a natural talent. She tracks. I hope the girls don't take this the wrong way, but she tracks the ball like a 6'4" guy in the outfield. She's just phenomenal at tracking the ball, throwing the ball, knowing where to go with the ball. Her instincts pre-pitch are phenomenal. You know what I'm saying? Quick, great arm. I think she had 8 assists last year. 8 assists, and she threw out 5 runners at the plate. 5 runners at the plate. So, those two girls are definitely going to be missed. But like I said, that sophomore group, they're very talented, dedicated. It's really good. I'm really kind of bummed that they're not going to be able to make memories this year, those two seniors, because this is usually the year that you do it. But, I'd hate to have us be playing and one of my players get sick with this situation, and then, just for the sake of softball, one of your players gets hurt because of it. I just don't think it's worth it. And I'm hurt just as much as they are, because this was going to be my final year with them, and I really expected big things out of this team this year.
Mm-hmm. So this is your last year of coaching?
No, I'm not done yet. No.
You're saying with the girls.
With those two, yeah.
Okay.
No. My wife probably ain't happy hearing that, but
yeah, right.
She's
probably like last year.
Yeah, no, that's what she said last year, and then she went back to coaching.
Yeah.
So no, I think we're gonna stick around a little bit until at least Logan gets out of school, and then then we'll talk about what we're gonna do. But
right. So obviously you're an athlete growing up, and now you've been a coach for so many years. What made you fall in love with the coaching aspect of the game?
I honestly believe my freshman year in high school, we had coaches that were a little old school, and then we got this new guy that came in my sophomore year. His name was Joe Mezzai. And he changed the whole dexterity of our game. We played straight zone. We walked the ball up the floor. This guy came in. He wanted to play full court, run and jump man to man. He wanted to get the ball out and run. He wanted to shoot the ball as quick as possible, get it up the floor. He just wanted to be aggressive all the time. And I just watched him for 3 years. And then I just said, you know what? I think this is, if I can't make it playing somewhere else or extending my career, I said, I think this is what I want to do. Then I got into coaching my kids, which they hated. Anybody who's ever played for me, I don't think they hate me. They might respect me. I am hard, but I'm fair. I tell everybody that. But no, I think that the main reason was that my first my first legitimate varsity coach is why I'm coaching now.
Okay.
I had a lot of great role models in high school. I had a great phys ed teacher that was a coach. Our girls coach, Kendall McGuffey, was a good coach. And then I had a really, really good baseball coach my freshman year. And then maybe one more year we had a good coach, and then we couldn't find anybody. So then they started giving it to whoever wanted it, you know.
Yeah.
But I think Joe was the guy that made me want to coach.
Okay. So when I played for you, I'm pretty sure it was like you were kind of coming back into coaching, because don't take this the wrong way, but you were like a Bob Knight kind of coach. You were that hard. You were physical, and so
I'm not going to talk about it.
No, and that's the kind of coaching I liked. So when you came in, you're like, I gotta keep it easy, and I was like, it's not what I want to be coached like.
Yeah, no.
But
I remember your senior. You went off the first 4 games. We were like up around 21, 11, 2 or 3 steals. We were playing well, but that was the year that the division was loaded. There was Prospect Mountain, Stevens, Conant, Hopkinton, Newport was good. There were 6 legit teams that could win it. I honestly, I think, didn't Conant beat Prospect Mountain in the final that year? I think they did.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was. Or
But
I can't remember. I just know all those teams were loaded. They were big. I mean, but you had a phenomenal year. We just played in the division when it was. I mean, we had 11 losses that year, and 9 of them were to those 5 teams.
Right.
You know, I mean, you're playing the top 5. You know, your schedule's one of the toughest ones, and you're playing the top 5 teams. You know, I think we ended up beating one of them, but we went 1 in 9 against those 5 teams.
Right.
You know, so that's not
I remember Stevens. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. We were very competitive.
Yeah. I was going to say, I was 6'3". Stevens had 3 starters that were 6'5", 6'6", and then Tarzuski, who ended up having a full boat to U of A. Yeah. He was 6'11".
Yeah, they were huge.
Yeah, and so
Conant wasn't small. They had Todd, and freaking Jimmy was an animal inside. They weren't small.
Oh.
They just, all those teams were phenomenal that year. Yeah. They were just phenomenal teams.
So, how did coaching like a Bob Knight to now having to calm it down? How did you kind of take that on?
I'm getting old. I still have my my animation time every once in a while. I like to tell my parents now that I'm a little animated, but I've learned to I've backed it down a little bit. I mean, I'm not gonna say today's player isn't as tough as back in the day, because I think there are tough players, and I don't think it's that players today are any softer or anything like that. I just think I think a lot of how they're taught now is that it's a given instead of working hard for it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Well, I came to practice, coach. I should get time. No, it doesn't work that way. Mm-hmm. It's what your performance and how you perform in practice gets you your time on the field. Yeah. You know what? Hey, someone told me the other day, sometimes you choose the sport, but the sport don't choose you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's true.
The sport, you may want to play it, but it might not be your gig. Just saying, you know?
All right. So having a family, and coaching, what is your advice to, whether it's younger or older coaches, how to juggle having a job, a family, and then you also coach at night?
Well, you know what? I think it's the same scenario as a parent carting their kids around, especially if that parent has more than one child. Like, you got to get your daughter to varsity practice, girls practice, and then you got to get your other one at middle school practice. And then you got to get a son over to the boys practice. You know, I mean, it's the same thing. You just got to find time There's really no time.
Right.
I mean, usually I start work at 6. I get out at 2. I go right to practice. I practice from 4 to 6. I practice. I practice. I practice from 4 to 6. I usually get home around 6:30, quarter to 7, sometimes 7 after if I'm talking to somebody, which that normally happens. And then by the time you eat, 7:30, 8, 8:30, 9 o'clock, you're in bed. So, it's a long day. You put in a long time. But I took a couple years off when my kids got into high school so I could watch them. Like both Tracy and Sam played field hockey. Matt ran track. Matt played a little basketball, but not much.
Mm-hmm.
Tracy played ball. She played softball, field hockey, and basketball. Sam played basketball and field hockey. So but as they got older, got licenses, that helped out a lot. A whole lot. So,
of course,
but it's tough. It's not easy. Anybody who thinks coaching is easy, it's not. You
right.
put a lot of time in. You come home, you watch tape. You videotape the kids in practice. You're trying to find out what if their elbows in, their elbows out, the legs down. Where their head is, if they're rocking back and forth. These are things you're looking at when you get home, and you try to bring to practice and try to implement into that player.
Right.
So there's it's just not practice and games. There's other the other avenues that you're doing.
Yeah. All right. So you kind of spoke on it earlier, but you were coaching for Messinic, and now you have transferred to their rivals, Conant. What made that move?
Go ahead.
What made that move?
Listen, I enjoyed coaching at both schools. I enjoyed the kids a lot. I think both schools have great traditions. Obviously, Conant's basketball is a little bit better. Messinac's baseball has always been, traditionally really good and competitive. Both schools have good programs. Both schools should be proud of what they're doing. It just seems that this stop in my coaching career has just worked out well for me. I mean, listen, I don't make all my parents happy with my decisions. I know that. But in the end, I have to do what's best for my team, that I think is best for my team. And I might discuss this with my assistant coaches and stuff like that, but you're not going to always make everybody happy. You can't do it. You cannot please the masses. You can't. I just try to do what's best. If they continue, which I'm still continuing coaching there, when it's time that they think it's time to make a replacement or something, then they'll do that, and I'll move on. I mean, I've gotten offered coaching jobs, but I'm definitely going to stay where I'm at.
Good. The black and orange.
I got it on tonight, baby.
That's why I came repping Messinic.
I know. I see you got your 08 jacket. I remember that year. That was probably, except for the team that beat us, Prospect Mountain, that was probably the best baseball team I've seen in a long time.
Hey, we averaged 14.3 runs all season.
Game.
Yeah. We were sick.
We had pitching, we had fielding. Christ, we brought Cody Alex out of retirement for his senior year to play, and he almost made All-State, didn't he?
Yep.
We had a couple of All-Staters on that team. Who made that? Did you make it that year?
I don't know.
Did Curtis make it?
I think Curtis made it.
I know Cam made it, didn't he?
Yeah, Cam for his pitching.
Yeah, Cam and Curtis. We had phenomenal pitching, unbelievable pitching with Curtis, Cameron, Orrin.
Yeah.
Who else am I missing? We had one more.
I think Biggie threw out his arm that year.
Yes.
And then he was back his senior year.
Yeah. Yeah, he didn't throw that year because he hurt himself in basketball.
Yeah, but he still was able to swing.
Yeah, he was still able to swing. But
yeah,
no, that was a phenomenal team. And we lost 2-1 in the state final.
Yeah, in extra innings
Yeah.
on a walk-off.
I call it second base was. I still got the picture of me at second base in that umpire's face. I'm lucky. I don't know why he didn't throw me.
Probably because he knew he was wrong.
Yeah, exactly. But,
Yeah, but that team had 1 through 9 had home runs that year. Everyone could hit them.
I thought Mikey Martell was the only one that didn't hit a home run.
Oh, yeah. Maybe.
If I remember right.
But I know little Adam Kidden had it.
Yeah, I think Mikey was the one that didn't. But no, like coaching at both schools. I liked all the kids. I never had a problem. I've coached some great athletes at both schools. Jeff Alex, you, the Salo boys, and so many I can't remember. I mean,
there's a lot of good athletes.
Alex, J Star,
Yeah.
Jeff Bambrazini. I mean, I could go on all day with great athletes that I coached there. Now I'm at Conant, and I'm on the girls' side. So, I've coached, like, Silas is an all-stater in both softball and basketball. A lot of the girls I've coached in softball, like Tegan Kirby, Miley, Bella Hayes, Chelsea Dupuy, Spingola, Tess. A lot of great athletes in both schools. I mean, I might just starting. I had a lot of years at Messinic.
Yeah. Well, hopefully many more still, man.
Yeah, well, I'm sticking it out. Right now I'm riding pretty good. I got a lot of great parents at the school. I mean, like I said, I don't make every decision I make doesn't make them happy, but they let me coach.
Right.
And that's what I appreciate and I respect about them, and I think they respect about me.
Right.
They let me do my thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And that's what I was gonna say. I feel like at Conant you have more free range because not that the parents at Messinic don't. I don't know what I'm trying to say. I just feel like
I the tough ground here, T.
No, I just feel like you can be yourself at Conant, where at Messinic I just feel like there's a lot more
discretion.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I would agree with that. I would agree with that on a little bit. But no, I honestly, I'm really missed out on this year. We were going to have a really, really, really good year. I mean, we were solid. We had everybody. We were missing 2 seniors from last year, but we were filling those in with players that could definitely step in. And I mean, we had a solid 9 to 10 players, and then our bench was going to be solid too.
Yeah.
Pitching was not going to be a problem because Manea was going to hold down the fort there. I think our hitting after that freshman group saw their first year of at bats. I think this sophomore year would have been, and a couple of girls went out and got extra work, which is which sometimes you have to give them a little push to get that extra work. But you can see that the extra work's probably going to help out. We'll find out next year when we come back. We'll have a freshman on the mound, but hey, you know what? If she's worthy of throwing the ball, then she's worthy of throwing the ball.
Jess Milb was a freshman on the mound.
Yeah. So, didn't she go to the state finals that year?
I know she went to the Final Four twice. I'm not sure if they ever went over that bump, but
yeah.
But I
think they lost in the finals one year.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken. Yeah.
But so Coach Billings, if you had your softball team right now in front of you, what would your last words be to them for the season?
If the season was over?
Say no, just for now, because the season never even happened.
The start of the season?
I'm saying because of COVID-19, it shut it down. What's your message to them?
Oh, wow. Good question, Tyler. I hadn't thought about that one. Well, first of all, I'd want them all to be safe. Go through the guidelines of what we're supposed to do. I mean, like I said, you can't make everybody happy, but you know what? The truth is people are dying. That's the simple truth right there.
Yeah.
And, I wouldn't want anyone, for somebody who just lost a loved one, I wouldn't want somebody to, lose somebody and have to fall through that grief. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's what I would tell them. I would just say, hey, listen, with this situation, I want you to stay safe. Do what mom and dad tell you. Be smart. Use your head. Don't do stupid things. And, that's basically what I would tell them.
Well, one thing I want to point out during this for those who are viewing it and those who may not know you or know what kind of coach you are. So going into my senior year, I had the Chicago White Sox looking at me, and you were my basketball coach. And even before volleyball, you came up to me and you said, hey, no one expects you to play anything but baseball this year. No one will give you crap if you don't play any sport. Like, you have this opportunity. I want you to just go shoot your shot, go for that opportunity. And that, to me, that meant a lot, where I feel like you have like the volleyball team, like, ooh, we need you to play, or whatever it was. So it was nice to have you as a coach and a mentor to come up to me and say, listen, we know what's going on. Do what's best for you. And that's just the kind of guy you are. You're not, I'm not tooting my own horn, but you wanted the best for me. And till this day, I still respect that and appreciate that. I did still continue to play volleyball and basketball because that's just fun as hell. But yeah, I appreciate those words.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, if we had that team now, we'd be rocking it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we had a good team that year.
Yeah.
Just wasn't in the cards for a second. The division was loaded.
I feel like every team we played, I was undersized.
Oh yeah. Well, I believe it was you, and then, if I'm not mistaken, I'm trying to think. I think it was you, Abe, and Cameron, Damon, and
Mikey, Greg Steele.
Yeah, Greg Steele and Mikey Martell, right?
Yeah.
That ain't much height. That
No.
wasn't a very big team. You were our biggest kid.
Yeah.
But we battled every night. We were competitive against all kinds of, all those good teams.
Yeah.
We were competitive. I mean, we almost beat Stevens opening night.
Right.
Cam, if we ran that double screen at the foul line, if Cam had hit that shot, that three, we would have won right there,
Right.
So
we
gave ourselves opportunities.
Yeah, for sure.
No.
But
how's your volleyball? Now you are coaching volleyball, right?
Yeah, so I'm the head coach of JV, and then I assist varsity.
Nice. You gotta start somewhere, right?
Yeah, it's fun. The varsity team was unreal this year. They 100% were going to win state, like, no question about it.
They're not gonna have an opportunity.
No, we got 3 games in, and then they canceled it. But,
well, I will say this. For those seniors that were able to play and get their coaches be able to coach them, like in the spring and the fall, and then obviously in the winter, they now that this has happened for the spring sports, they should feel privileged that they even got to play their senior year in their respective sport.
Right.
And at least those coaches got to coach those kids. You know what I'm saying? That's softball coaches, and I believe boys volleyball is in the spring now. Baseball, they didn't, they didn't get to do that with their kids, and they miss out on that whole year. Right. So it's tough. I'm gonna miss. I was really looking forward to this year with Silas and Manny as our senior leadership, and then that sophomore group was tough, tough as nails. I was really looking forward to this. I thought we could have, definitely competed with the top teams. Like I said, I honestly thought we could be a Final Four team.
Yeah. And It's very tough for the seniors, of course, but we also got to remember the legend. Hey, that's right, legend in the flesh. But hey, it's tough for the seniors, of course, but it's also the juniors, sophomores, and freshmen that's a year at a high school as well that they're losing, and a year to grow that they didn't get to grow at. So
and who knows when they're gonna actually allow to start doing things. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I really don't know.
It's a bit of a mess.
Yeah.
But all right, Wiley, I'll ask you one more question.
All right, Tyler, shoot. I'll see if I can answer it, man.
You can do one. You can do a couple. Because you've been coaching forever. So, what are your favorite memories of coaching?
All right. I knew you were going to ask me this, so I'm going to definitely bring these up, okay? 08 with you guys, that final, that was getting to a state final is whether you win or lose, just getting there, because a lot of teams have never gotten there.
Yeah.
Okay. That's one of them. But my biggest memory and joy is the night that we broke the losing streak for the girls basketball team at Messina. That was phenomenal. These girls have been waiting. It was 98 games without a win, So to break that and then break another streak of like 13 or 14 years not making the playoffs. And I think it was the first year that the girls made it and the boys didn't. And so that one playoff game, we had everybody. The only problem with that is we had a good team that year. We were competitive against everybody except for Campbell. We were competitive against everybody. And then Jocelyn Ojula tore her ACL. And that was the crimper. Because then, I had to put Briar Hagan was a freshman, and most coaches knew that, and they just went right after her. She did a commendable job, but that was tough. But those two right there stand out. I haven't been over at Conant long enough to get, like those type of memories.
Yeah.
But, those two right there at Messina stand out.
Yeah. Well, being in Arizona over the past, coming on 8 years, I'm very thankful for social media because I get to look back at Messina and even Conant and just people I watched growing up as young kids, like whether they were in middle school, just coming up through the system, if you will, and seeing them succeed at the high school level with the coaches that coached me. That's really cool. And like you said, they broke the streak of the losing game streak, and just out here, like I'm excited. I'm an alum. I'm 10 years out now, but like it still fires me up to see just the success from just a small town and a small school, and but with the coaches that coached me growing up. So
Ian Doyle.
You got all those kids. Doyle, Train, Aaron.
Coached a ton of kids. Kids. I can't remember all their names, man. I think this year is year 26, 27. I've been coaching.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Well, I'm
not a flashy guy. I can tell you that.
Yeah.
I'm old school. I do what I know gets it done. But I actually got to probably go to some clinics this year to catch up on the new stuff. But
yeah, I'm sure there's gonna be new
old
stuff.
Stuff still works, man. Old stuff still works.
Agreed. Well,
listen, the game hasn't changed. The game hasn't changed at all. You dribble it, you shoot it, and you put it in that little orange thing. How you get it there depends on your players.
Yeah.
Softball's the same thing. You throw it, you hit it, you catch it.
Yeah.
You do those things, and if you do them well, you're going to win.
All right.
And that's what we focus on.
Yeah. One thing before we leave, just again, this is going just for who you are as a guy and a coach and whatever. When you started coaching for me, you you told us as a group, you said, you know what I love is when Jay Starr, a 30-year-old man, walks through the door and he still calls me coach. Like that. That says something about who you are, how long you've been coaching for damn sure. But
yeah,
it shows just how much people respect you, and I think that goes a long way.
Yeah. I can say this, Tyler. I've never had a player come up and say they hated playing for me.
Yeah.
Never. I've never had a player say that. I've had players say, "You're an ass. You were hard," stuff like that. But I've never had a player say they hated playing for me.
Yeah.
All right. And there's probably one or two out there, but I think the main reason is I treat them fairly. I'm hard, but I'm fair. If you're going to give me the effort that I'm giving you as a player, then we're going to work out well. If I don't get that effort, I'm going to do things that I need to do to get that effort. Right. You know what? Ooh, Lindsay's on. I'm going to get the infomercial. I'll tell you that right now. We're going to get rich with Lindsay.
What's up, Oost?
So, but that's it. I've had 10 rules, and I've always done a player coach parent meeting before the season, and I tell the parents exactly what my 10 rules are and how I'm going to do it. I tell them I'm animated, I'm an in-your-face kind of guy, and I don't beat around the bush. Just tell it like it is. So, but really enjoyed this, bud. Glad to see ya.
Me
How's
too.
the little guy doing?
He's great. He's getting big.
I saw that the other day, man. That's good.
Always smiling.
Hey, here's one for you. Coach Starr's going to have a kid, right?
Yeah.
Lives in Jaffrey. How about when I'm like 72, I'm coaching his kid?
Hey, if he's as big as he is,
I'm going to be happy, right?
That guy, even when he was older, he would push people around like nobody's business.
Oh, yeah. I remember Jay when he came in as a gangly freshman. Oh, my God. He didn't like the contact. But then I always tell a player, if you listen and you listen to directions and try to do the best that you can and do the drills and take what I'm telling you, it'll click for you. And his junior year, it just clicked for him. He rolled out the wheelchair. What is up, hon? What the heck?
Straight from the other room.
Oh, when I coach Jay's, she said, when I coach Jay's kid, I'll have to wheel out the wheelchair. But I just tell him, hey, listen, it'll click. And his junior year, it clicked. Don't get me wrong, he had good freshman and sophomore years, but his junior year, it clicked. He didn't fear anybody. He went right at people that year, and it showed their senior year when they won the state title.
Right.
I mean, so, but yeah, I've enjoyed coaching. I'm gonna still continue coaching next year. I'm hoping. I honestly think we could have a good year next year. I mean, hey, you know what? You know as well as I do. If you got good pitching and your pitching puts you in a position to win, you're gonna win games.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I think we're gonna have enough hitting next year. Our fielding is gonna be really good. Because all those sophomores will be juniors. Like you said, though, missing out on a year is gonna. But hopefully some of them want to work out a little bit during the summer. I get good. That's the other thing. I get good numbers when I do for basketball for middle school. I used to get during summer workouts. I'd get anywhere between 8 and 12 girls every outing, and it makes it worth the while.
Right. Yeah.
If that was the one thing I would say between Messinic and Conant is that effort right there. The summertime effort is unbelievable.
Mm-hmm.
I think they understand that little extra is what it takes to be a state champ and a competitor. You know what I'm saying?
It shows with their banners on the wall, so it's hard to argue that.
Yeah, it is.
No.
But
we just got to remind Oost Oost real quick that she's from Messinic.
Yeah.
But all right, I'll leave it off right here. Once again,
all right.
I'm Tyler Milbert. I'm here with Coach Wiley Billings, and this is Inside the Mind of a Coach. I love you,
all right,
Wiley.
Tyler Milbert. Hey, thanks, buddy.
Yes, sir. All right, take care.
All right, bye.
Later.